For the past 46 years, the Balboa Yacht Club in Newport Harbor, California, has hosted the Governor's Cup. This is an international match race regatta for young sailors from around the world who aspire to one day compete in the America's Cup. Several current Cup sailors competed in the Governor's Cup when they were younger. Local sailing hero Andy Rose is a tactician who raced in the America's Cup for Australia in 1977. Today, he's a passionate supporter of junior match race sailors.
Governor's Cup was patterned after the Congressional Cup. The idea was to sort of start training youth sailors and give them the opportunity to do match racing on a pretty high level. And so it was basically copied after the Congressional Cup, and we're happy to admit that. It's at 46 years, the oldest junior match racing event in the world. And we are so honored to have the Oracle and the Golden Gate Yacht Club people bringing the America's Cup here to the Governor's Cup, which is indicative of the fact that a whole bunch of us who sailed in the Governor's Cup ended up sailing in the America's Cup. So there's always been a connection.
The presence of the America's Cup was an inspiring attraction for these young sailors.
It doesn't take too many years. You know, James Spithill was steering an America's Cup boat, I think, a year after he sailed in the Governor's Cup. Now, he was the quickest, and he's a little exception, but a lot of us got to do it.
This is my first ever match racing event. You know, first time away, I think I was about 15 years old, and I was doing the bow, so we didn't win, and we probably know why, because I made a mess of the bow. But yeah, so this was really a stepping stone for me. So it's exciting to come back here. Tom and Stan apparently did a fantastic job last night, showing, you know, with the cup and the, you know, some highlight videos. But it's just exciting to come back here. I've got a lot of friends here, and yeah, as I said, this really kicked it off for me.
Again, what is the America's Cup?
Sailing's pinnacle event.
Can I pin this pinnacle on your?
Yeah, obviously the America's Cup was my dream. I, as a young kid then, was always thinking to myself, how am I going to get into the America's Cup? And there was no clear pathway. Now it's exciting to come and talk to these young sailors and say, hey, there is a pathway. The Red Bull Youth America's Cup, AC-45s, right before the America's Cup. And you can just see them all. You know, their eyes light up and they're all really hungry for it. Already the interest that's come from the young sailors has been overwhelming. And I think we're going to see just as good racing in the Red Bull Youth America's Cup as we'll see in the real America's Cup.
It's something you need to do, starting so young. It just gives you a way to the America's Cup, which was what we want to do. Competing at these events all around the world just gives us great experiences and just knowledge in different boats and different conditions. So we really love coming across to America, go across to Europe, New Zealand, and throughout Australia, just competing in these youth events.
I think this is like a really big break for us youth sailors, and a good spot to get a bunch of showcase all of our skills in front of everyone that's really important in the sailing scene. 2 flights to finish out the round robin, so I think we're just going to come out and we have a little bit of edge because everyone's tied behind us, so I think we're just going to stay cool, calm, and let them sort it out while we just start worrying on what we need to do, hopefully in the semifinals and stuff like that.
Young people from all around the world have watched these boats race, and understandably, they want to be a part of it.
But the cool thing now is I think the sport's going to more of a younger athlete, because the boats are incredibly physical, and it's like a lot of other sports, it's hard to stay in there with this sort of a physical level. But now the boats are rewarding and they really appeal, I think, to a younger generation. They're fun, there's a lot of risk, it requires a real synergy and teamwork. So I think kids really do like the boats and they're genuinely excited about getting out on one.
Oracle Racing's tactician John Kostecki from San Francisco raced in the Governor's Cup as a young man.
Great sailors from all over the world. It was probably, you know, kind of the first times I was able to kind of sail with an international type of competition. So no, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it and I have really fond memories from the Governor's Cup.
But just to see that cup and to see it here, and I think you probably won't be surprised, but when you see the look in these kids' eyes this afternoon, when they actually get to get up close and personal with the cup, it's going to be amazing.
Super shiny.
It's huge.
Open to all nations.
A lot bigger than I thought it was.
To have this event, what it's become internationally, and to have the America's Cup here, recognizing the fact that this event is special, means more to me than you can ever imagine. This is one of the greatest days of my life, without question.